Good morning. How are you today?
Good.
My name is Miss Ye. Can you say that?
Miss Ye.
That's right. And today I'm going to show you some words in Chinese. So hopefully after today you walk out here, you know something. And can you guess what character this word represents? Think about a picture, something in the sky. A bird. Something rounded in the sky.
Sun.
That's right. Why do you think so?
You said rounded in the sky.
I guess that's a good guess. But actually, long time ago, that's not the way they wrote Chinese. They're looking at picture. Sun look like this. All this blinking on the side, right? So first they drew this. This is the sun. And later on, people think, hey, that's too much work. Why don't we just do this? And put a dot in the middle. That's how the way they wrote a sun. And today, people change over time. It was like this. And now today, it's like the words you see here. And that's called Ru. You try to say it with me? Ru. It's hard. Ru, that means sun, right? So, besides the words I'm going to show you today, I'm going to tell you something extra, like a little history in Taiwan. You know about Taiwan? You ever heard of Taiwan?
Yes.
But we speak Chinese. Why do you think so? Do you know why?
You're in China.
Not quite. So hopefully
You're connected to China?
So here is, let me start it from here. Do you know where you are right now? Can somebody point it at me? Point it for me?
China?
Yes. Go ahead. Awesome. So let's put a little orange dot there. Does that work?
Yeah.
So if you look at the map all the way across on the other side of the ocean, there's a little island. If I put an orange dot there, it's going to cover the whole thing. It's so tiny. It's right there. That's Taiwan. Then do you know where's China?
The thing right next to it.
Like
The
this
big
guy?
country. The big country.
This guy?
Yeah.
Yep, that's right. So here's why do we speak Chinese? We call Taiwan, we're not China. But here's the reason. If we zoom out that area a little bit, here's China, there's a Japan, and there's Korea, and there's a Philippines underneath, and Taiwan is right in the center of all those countries. And the reason why is a long time ago, it was only the Aboriginal people live on the island, just like the native Indian people here in America. So they have their own language, own costume, everything. And then a while later, like 16th centuries, the Dutch people, you know where they are, right? Somewhere in Europe. And they came along and said, hey, we like this country, we like this island, so they're going to occupy it. So they settled in the southwest area, and then they opened sugar cane plantation or rice plantation. So they used Chinese laborers from China, and there at that time there's some fishermen from Japan, all those countries just come along, but nobody really settled like the Dutch people do. But 2 years later, the Spanish people find out, hey, we like that place too, but they settled down in the northern of Taiwan. And then they were fine, they don't know each other because it's a mountain, they don't see each other. But 20 years later, the Spanish find the Dutch, and Dutch didn't like them, so they kicked the Spanish out. And then later on, there's some people, you know, in China at that time still has an emperor, right? So it was Ming Dynasty. Some people escaped from the government, the emperor, so they moved people to Taiwan and settled down in this island and kick out the Dutch. So basically, the ancestor besides the native Taiwanese people and also is the Chinese people. That explains why we speak Chinese, why do we eat Chinese food. But I'll tell you a little bit the difference later. And then Chinese people here, and there's a war between China and Japan. And then China lose. So they give Taiwan to Japan. And then so Japan was controlled Taiwan for 50 years. So even today, my grandma speaks Japanese. And then later on, there's a conference in Cairo. The whole world, like the U.S. president British Prime Minister, they decided, hey, Japan, we think you should return Taiwan to China. So they give this island back to China, so go back to Chinese government. But later on, people didn't like the emperor because, hey, I want to be the king too. Why don't we just establish democracy? So they revolution kick out the emperor and then establish their own government called Republic of China, which is like a president, like here you vote for your own president. And then a little bit later, the Communism Party race, they come to power, right? And they didn't like each other. So the Republic of China took 2 million people and moved everybody, settled down to Taiwan and established Republic of China here. And at that time in China, even today, it's Communism Party to become the power, right? So they call People's Republic of China. So that's why you thought we are the same country, but we have different government system. Is that confusing? Mm-hmm. Okay, so